Hey folks, Ron here. Today I'm coming to you from beautiful Malibu, Zuma Beach, which is the northernmost end of Malibu, pretty much before it goes up into Ventura County. But we're talking about $40 million homes here. Some of them, not all. Some are only 20 million, some are only 30 million. But today I'm going to be showing you a few things. One of the things I'm going to be showing you in a minute is the home of Cher, former home of Cher. I've actually been in the home because it was an open house and I was there some years ago. Now, Marjorie Landon was also on title at one point. That's the late wife of the late actor Michael Landon. So I don't know whether Michael Landon lived there with her or whether she lived there after Michael Landon died, but it's a pretty damn big house. So safe to say they both lived there. I know that Michael Landon was definitely a Malibu resident. So I'll do some more research and try to find out. And I'm also going to show you the beautiful cliffside here. So this is on the top of Zuma Beach. Top of Zuma Beach is Point Dume, and Point Dume is just a big, what's called promontory? A big promontory. It's where they filmed the ending of the movie Planet of the Apes. It's a very familiar spot, movies and TV. A lot of Baywatch was filmed there. A lot of beach movies are filmed here. And on top of Point Dume, I mean, there's sort of the hiking area where it's actually the cliffs sticking out on overlooking the ocean, where I've seen whales before, by the way, in the wintertime. But also, there's this area, the sort of, I guess, what would you call this, the residential area? It's all hills, it's beautiful. And this is where your 20, 30, 40 million dollar mansions are now. It's on the cliff top, so you don't have direct access to the beach. Some of them on a street we're headed towards have long, very long staircases down to the ocean, down to Zuma Beach, down to Point Dume Beach, but most do not. So, you know, some of the homes have a view, an ocean view. Some have the kind of surrounding mountain view that we're seeing here. And some have steps down actually to the ocean. Come on, you. My dog is here with me again, and he's very much enjoying it. Even though we just made a stop at a park, which is called Bluffs Park, on the way to Point Dume here. But the other name of the park is Michael Landon Park. It's also called the Michael Landon Park because there's a huge boulder there that's dedicated to him, and you know that he used to enjoy the park. Actually, I think he was partially instrumental in getting the park built, and the Little League built there for the residents. Not just residents, well, the Little League for the residents of Malibu, but the park is for everyone because we just went there. And Pierce Brosnan also has a dedication to his late wife there. Am I thinking that correctly? I think I am. And actually, Keely Brosnan, who I think used to be Keely Shea Smith, is that her name? She lives up the road on Webb Way, where we're going to be, or excuse me, on Malibu Beach Road, where we're going to be later. And I'm going to show you one more house over there later on. But first, we're going to head this way. You're looking into the sun, but come on, oh, here comes a big dog. I don't know if you can see the ocean through there, probably not. But we're coming up on it now. The streets, the residents here in the city are very wise. You've got to park pretty good distance away before you get to the cliff area where you can see the ocean or even get near the views. I guess they don't want the surfers parking here. Probably, but not just surfers, people that go down. There is a little beach. We'll pass it in a minute. It's accessible only by a large staircase. A lot of surfers go down there. It's just rocks and shells, so it's not a laying out beach, but it's called Dume Cove because it's literally, as Point Dume winds around, it's the beach of the cove. And I have walked down there. It's interesting, but like I say, you can't sit or lay because of the rocks and the shells. No sand, but surfers like it. I hear mourning doves. I used to hear those doves when I lived in the desert. You see through here? See the ocean through the houses there? So it's a beautiful area. It's usually like this. There's some kids out, but usually it's like this, at least during the week, where all you hear really is the landscapers. Now, also the thing about this area is what you can see are a lot of the fronts of the homes and gates. Now, having no idea, of course, that beyond these gates is, you know, a $10,000-15,000 square, a 10 or 15,000 square foot home. All right, he wants to go to this one. They're very large. They're deep. They're overlooking the ocean. So in a minute, we're going to be at the house that I do want to show you. Unfortunate for us, there's no gate there. Like I say, I've been in the house. It's very nice, 2-story, lots of railings overlooking the living area, and an ocean view from the second floor. So there are a couple things about Zuma Beach, the northern end of Malibu, Point Dume. Number one, you know, you've got these gorgeous homes, which, like I say, here on this end, we're just seeing the gates. 20, 30, 40 million dollar homes. They're huge. You've got the ocean below. It's beautiful. It's sometimes quiet, not in the summer. The disadvantages are it's a good, well, it takes almost an hour with traffic moving to get into West LA, parts of West LA, meaning Santa Monica, Marina del Rey, West LA. This one's for sale. I know this particular agent, Chris. Very big agent here in Malibu for decades. They've got a beautiful ocean view. Okay. Gate, only a gate. House is set back on that one. Oh, so I was saying that it's far from everything. It's a good hour drive to the city, to parts of West LA, to Los Angeles, where the happening stuff is happening. Malibu's a small town. Obviously, there are doctors and lawyers and dentists and a couple of supermarkets and things like that, gas stations. But it's a small area. If you got to go into the city, or if these guys got to go to their agent's office, their attorney's office, or CPA, it's probably Santa Monica, Century City, West LA. It's like I say, it's an hour. It's a 2-hour round trip drive, and that's when traffic's moving. Later on, when rush hour comes, going to be worse than that. Aha, and here we are. The gate's open, so aren't we lucky? Now we're looking into the sun, but keep my dog away from the... So this is the one where Cher lived, and where probably Michael Landon, definitely Michael Landon's wife, was on title. That much I know for sure. You can see up to the second story there. And it wasn't all that long ago that Cher moved out. Don't know where she lives now. She also lived in Beverly Hills. Actually, she lived for a time in the huge mansion that... Oh, they're going up there. Surprised they didn't yell at me for filming. Happens to be all the time. They're either opening or closing the gate when I'm filming a home. Cher actually lived for a time in the home that Tony Curtis lived in for a while, which is a humongous mansion that the studio helped him get into because he couldn't afford it on his own. Then we can't park here on Dume Drive. I always like the name. Not D-O-O-M, but D-U-M-E. Come here, you. Come here. Come. All right, he just is insisting. Be back with you in a second. All right, folks. Well, they're doing a lot of construction here. They were doing construction here months ago when I was here, but this is called the Point Dume Preserve, and you can see, well, the wind's picking up. We've got light caps out on the ocean. It's getting a little chilly. It's in the low 60s right now, but this is above Point Dume, and you can see the hill right there. So it's for hiking. If you go down this way, oh, a spot just opened up. Amazing. There's never spots there. They only built those about 15 years ago, those spots. But if you go down the hill there, maybe I'll film it when we're driving, you get down to Westward Beach, which is a big public open beach, which is really crowded all the time, mostly in the summer, but all the time. I like Zuma Beach better, which is kind of forms an L shape. Zuma Beach is about 3 miles the other direction. Used to ride my bike from Point Dume to Zuma. All right, folks, well, I'm going to call this one for now, but I'm going to be doing more in a bit. Again, my name is Ron. If you enjoy the channel, please give me likes, and please give me likes on individual videos. That really helps my traction with YouTube. Also, comment in the comment section if you see fit. And by the way, if you do subscribe, of course, and by the way, if you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon. I've got a person I know, they said, I don't see you coming up in my feed. I said, you got to hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button, because that'll tell you, give you an indication of when I post. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next location. Bye-bye.